Alright, so this is the new CMF phone 1, and this phone is weird, like really weird. And this phone costs rupees 15,999, so it is a budget phone. But what makes this phone so different from other budget phones? Well, first let's talk about the design. This phone has screws, and these screws are not just for show. You can actually remove these screws with a screwdriver and change the back panel. And there are four color options for the back panel: black, orange, light green, and blue. I like the fact that they have given the colors normal names and not something fancy like celestial black, vibrant green, mystic blue, blah blah blah. And the blue and orange colors have vegan leather on top of them. The back panel is plastic, by the way, and the sides are also plastic, but still this phone does not feel cheap at all. And if you haven't noticed, there is this small circle at the bottom right side of the phone, and this is called the accessory point. If you remove this plastic cover, you will see a point where you can connect accessories. Right now, there are three accessories that you can connect. The first accessory is a stand. So if you watch a lot of movies on your phone, I think you will find this stand useful. The second accessory is a lanyard, and you can use this lanyard to, I don't know, hang the phone around your neck. And the third accessory is a card holder. So if you have a credit card or a debit card or maybe a driving license, you can put that here. And I think this will be really useful for metro tickets as well. By the way, these accessories do not come in the box. You will have to buy them separately for rupees 799 each. Also, there is no charger included in the box, so you will have to purchase that as well. The button placement on this phone is something that I find really weird because normally the volume rockers are on the right side, but with this phone they are on the left. This phone has a matte finish and does not get fingerprints or smudges. Talking about the camera, this phone has two rear cameras, a 50 megapixel main camera and a 2 megapixel depth camera. It supports up to 4K recording at 30 fps. There is no ultra wide camera, so the ultra wide shots on this phone are not that great, and the main camera does not have optical image stabilization. In good lighting conditions, the photos are detailed and the colors are balanced. The background separation is really good as well. The colors appear natural and the dynamic range is decent. But this phone does not have a telephoto camera, so if you zoom in, you are going to lose detail. And in very bright sunlight, the photos are a bit blown out. Also, in low light conditions, the photos taken with this phone are not as good as high-end phones. This phone has a 16 megapixel front facing camera which supports up to 180p recording at 30 fps. This phone is also good at taking portrait shots. The skin tones look good and background blur is decent. If you're not satisfied with the camera on this phone, there are phones with better cameras in this price range like the Realme B1 and the Redmi Note 13. This phone comes with a 6.67-inch AMOLED display with a 120Hz refresh rate. The display is actually really big and it's good for watching videos and browsing social media. It is sharp and easily readable, and the colors are also vibrant and rich. If you are using this phone outdoors on a sunny day, you should not have any trouble using the screen because it gets very bright, around 700 nits. This phone gives you two color modes, vivid and standard. You can choose whichever one you like based on your preference. It also has an in-display fingerprint sensor and it supports face unlock as well. The bezels are not uniform. The bezel at the bottom is slightly thicker. However, this phone does not have a headphone jack, which is also very disappointing to be honest. It does not have stereo speakers, there is only one speaker at the bottom. Talking about the processor, this phone comes with a MediaTek Dimensity 7300 processor, and it is the first phone in India to use this processor. And this processor is 25% more power efficient than the Dimensity 7050 that you get with the Realme Narzo 70 and the Samsung Galaxy F55. and that is because the Dimensity 7300 is a 4 nanometer chip and the Dimensity 7050 is a 6 nanometer chip. The Antutu benchmark score for this phone is slightly lower than the Nothing Phone 2A, but this processor is still much better than the Snapdragon 695 that you get with the OnePlus Nord CE4 Lite. This phone is good enough for normal casual gaming, but for heavy games you should buy a different phone. This phone comes with a 5000 mAh battery and it will easily last for a day. It supports 33 watt fast charging and it goes from 0 to 50% in just 20 minutes. This phone comes in two configurations. First is 6GB RAM and 128GB of storage, and then you have 8GB RAM plus 128GB storage. This phone runs on Nothing OS 2.6, which is based on Android 14. I like the home screen of this phone. It's very unique, it's minimalistic and has a nice aesthetic. There is very little bloatware on this phone. It's basically a stock Android experience with a little bit of customization. The company has promised 2 Android OS updates and 3 years of security patches, which is less compared to Nothing Phone. Overall, if you're looking for a stylish and affordable phone with a focus on design and a clean software experience, the CMF Phone 1 is a great option. However, if you are a photography enthusiast or need a phone for heavy gaming, you should go for a different phone. But that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.